When I first started my mobile infusion business, I thought that I had to have like 25 different infusions in order to hang with everybody else who had been operating businesses around me. And little did I know that I actually was hurting myself offering too many things, and it was hurting my business. So today we're going to break down, when you are starting your business, what type of infusions you should start out with and why, and when to add more infusions. So my name is Tiffany. I am a nurse who owns a successful mobile infusion business in Oklahoma. I do this full time. I no longer work bedside, and I also teach nurses how to do this as well. So let's talk all things menu. When you're at the point that you are being able to design your menu, and it's exciting, and it is also very overwhelming, because anything you get to customize for your business is just fun. That's one of the perks of having a business. But it's also overwhelming when you're like, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to put together. How do I educate on this? How am I going to market it? Like, what dosing should I do? And so that is what we're going to talk about today. When you're starting your business, I would find 4 to 5 specific things that you want these infusions to work with. And you're like, what am I talking about? I'm going to break it down with you. We're going to do a sample menu together. So okay, when you're starting your business, you need to think, what infusions can I put together that I can combine that are going to help my patients, but I'm going to be able to educate on thoroughly. That is key. That is a huge thing. So many places don't educate on their infusions, and then you will have patients that will ask you questions that you have zero idea to. And so you want to learn how to really understand what you're giving and why. So we're going to do 4 main things I would do if I was going to be starting out and thinking about all the different types of people that I'm going to be helping, but may not know like which infusions are going to do well. Dehydration, so just a simple hydration one is always a perk to have. You're also going to be able to reach, because that one's going to be probably your cheapest. You're able to help people who might not do infusions normally, but you'll be able to help them, especially like if they get overheated in the summer, or what, they just need basic hydration. Your second one, I would do one on hydration and energy. So pretty much energy. We have a hydration one. We're going to have an energy one. I would do an immune one, because obviously flu and cold season, like everyone's sick. So immune system is very important. And then let me think, lastly, you could do several things with this. I would put maybe more of a more specific specialized things. So this would be like, what are you interested in doing? When you're starting out, like we have a monthly infusion that we do that it's a lot more in depth and took me a lot of time to learn. I would not start off with something like that right off the bat, because you don't know enough education to educate on that. And there's a lot more that goes into it, and versus like your one and done. So this is just getting started out. Now, let me tell you, when I added that infusion in, there's not a wrong time that you can add an infusion like that in, but you want to make sure that you fully understand what you're doing and why. So we'll just say that 4th infusion could be specific to like a migraine cocktail, or you could do something for pregnant moms who get dehydrated. That's going to be more tapered towards like what they can have, especially like when you're pregnant and breastfeeding, you are kind of limited on what you can do. So we'll just do that. We're going to do one for basic hydration, our immune system, and then we're going to do one for energy and pregnant moms. So you may be thinking, what the heck am I supposed to put in there? Well, this is where it comes down to what you know vitamin-wise, and education and learning, like not just that superficial, like I always talk about what the pharmacies say the vitamins work, but on a deeper note, like what can vitamin C help with at the cellular level? And when I'm saying that, like for the immune system, okay, yes, I know vitamin C helps with your immune system, but how? Because the more you can explain that will help increase the amount of people who do it. And when you're sitting there doing an infusion and you can teach this, it just really, I'm telling you, it builds that trust and credibility. They will use you more. They will refer you more. It all ties together. So let's go to our basic hydration. So we personally just have a basic, it is literally normal saline, and we just charge $99 for that. Now, we have some people, that's all that they need, and that's all that they can afford, and that's all they want to do, and that is fine. It depends on, you have to know their story. So if I have somebody, say, who is, I'm trying to think of an example I've had. They say they're sick, and they know they're dehydrated and something that therefore their immune system would work well, but they just want the basic hydration. I might say like, hey, we could add this in your infusion to help your immune system as well. And your options could be anything that helps your immune system. So it could be vitamin C, it could be glutathione, or it could be zinc. So that is a way to add in. Our add-ons are $25, but that is something to where they're still getting their basic hydration. You are able to recommend something because you know how it works and tell them like, hey, do you see how this is going together? But if they call like, hey, I'm sick, I have the flu, but this is too expensive. I just know I'm dehydrated. So then I would say, okay, that's great. We have our Simply Hydrate, which is $99. You could add for $25 more, either vitamin C, zinc, or glutathione, and all of those support your immune system. Vitamin C helps with, blah, 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 glutathione, blah, 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 and just like a sentence or two on each. And then if they understand the why, then they're going to be like, okay, yeah, because $25 more is not a ton. If you don't understand it and you're just like, hey, I would add vitamin C, glutathione, or zinc, that like they don't know why, they're gonna be like, no, I just said I wanted fluids. Do you see why education matters? Not just like the education, the like deep education, because then you really understand. And so if you were asking me like, what does it help with? Let me break it down. Vitamin C from the immune support, it helps to boost your immune system. That way you can either get over a cold faster. Put me on the spot here. It either helps you, like vitamin C helps your body be able to fight off the virus faster so your symptoms are decreased. It also helps decrease the histamine response, which helps with inflammation. It helps decrease inflammation. It just helps all around with the immune system. That way your symptom severity goes down, and also it can decrease the the cold duration. You cannot stop a virus from running its course, but the more built up your immune system is, obviously the more it can kind of fight off that virus. So next would be zinc. Zinc is one of those things that at the cellular level, how it works, it can actually help stop a virus from replicating. It still has to go through its shedding course. You cannot stop a virus, like a virus has to run through its course, but the more that it's going to replicate, the more symptoms you're going to have. That's an increased viral load. So that's why zinc is very important with the immune system, because it can stop the viral load from increasing, especially if you do this early on before the virus has already like replicated out of control, day 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is. And then glutathione is something that our liver makes, and its role is to help detox. So whenever we are sick, our body has a lot of toxins that start to build up, and that will stop our immune system from working pretty well. Just think about you're getting bogged down. So glutathione, something that our liver produces, we know our liver detoxes, it's able to kind of help take the trash out so our body can function more appropriately. There's a lot more in depth about it, but these are just like brief things on how. So I would take that knowledge, simplify it, and give it to the patient, and then they understand the why. So do you see why you don't have to be good at sales? You just have to know your stuff so you can educate. So that is Simply Hydrate, and how you can kind of upsell. But also, I don't like the word upsell because it sounds shady to me, but really it's, here's a way to educate to my patient what is going to help them more, but I'm going to get more money out of it as well from a business perspective. So it helps both people. So a second one you could do would be like an energy and hydration one. There are several combinations. There's not really a wrong combination of things that you can do, but you do need to know, I'm trying to think, like glutathione is something that we probably don't want to put in this because it is a heavy detoxer. And when some people detox, depending on how healthy they are, they can actually feel worse because of that process. That does not mean that's a bad thing. The glutathione's working, but for somebody who's coming to you for an energy and hydration, they're not looking to feel like get detoxed and go that whole path. So when you're thinking about what do you need to put in there to help with energy, the B vitamins play a big role in energy. So probably the B vitamins are something you can do. B12 is really good, especially when you use the best form, which is methylcobalamin. So all of these, vitamin C can help with it. I'm trying to think, you could also put taurine helps with mental focus and clarity. So that's something that you can put in there because a lot of times people who are, wanting more energy, a lot of times it's to focus so they can work. Obviously we're going to have the fluids. I'm trying to think what else you could put in there. Those are probably the main, really there's not a ton. I would not put glutathione in there. You don't really need zinc. really, do you see what I'm saying? There's not like 50 things that you need to put in a bag because there's only so many things that can help with certain things. So when I think energy, the big thing vitamin wise is going to be the B vitamins. So this is typically going to be a B complex, B12, vitamin C. You could add something else in there like magnesium. I mean, not really, because that's more like calming, but really the B's and vitamin C are going to help with energy. I wish I had like a list of my stuff pulled up. Taurine you could put in there. And if there's anything specific that they're looking for as well, like, you know, you could always add like amino acids to it, or like you can always customize it even further. So that would be like a roundabouts what I'd be thinking mentally when I'm like, okay, energy and hydration. And another thing is too, you could always look to see like, okay, the other places around you, what does their energy or like infusion have? And this is a really good learning point too, because then you can look at stuff. You just say glutathione in there. Why do they have that? Then that makes you go look up even more how glutathione works. Then you see that and you're like, that makes 0 sense. And then you're like, ding, 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 educational point. So that is a really good exercise to do as well. Okay, so our third one, anything that's geared towards your immune system. I would be thinking, I want something like several combinations, like things, these are all things that I could put in immunity one. For sure, vitamin C, glutathione, which is a great one. Glutathione actually needs cofactors in order to work effectively. So I know some of the strong cofactors are going to be the B vitamins, magnesium. So you could add those in. Zinc is really good for the immune system. You can actually give a small dose of NAD as well. Of course, now I am not giving you medical advice. These are just recommendations of what I'm thinking off the top of my head of what vitamins can actually, like what they help with. But I would be thinking, you know, NAD, I know how it works at the cellular level. There was a study that I was reading. I actually have a in one of my courses that was saying that NAD gets rapidly depleted with COVID and other viral illnesses. So you could add a small dose in. I'm not going to go into all the whys, but you would want to do something very small because it is just small dose of NAD. We're going to leave it at that. You can do your research from there. I have a whole course. I teach all of this. If you want to know more specifics, then I teach that in my mobile infusion startup course. So NAD, vitamin D. You could add a vitamin D injection as well. So those would all be things that I'm thinking like immune support. And then lastly, what was our other one? Oh, if we were going to do like a energy or like pretty much like a hydration, for a pregnant mama. You can do pregnant or breastfeeding. So obviously fluids. Zofran is questionable. We do not give Zofran in the first trimester. So you could have Zofran, and as long as their provider is okay with it as well, we personally will give that in the second and third. You can do like the B vitamins are really good for them. Obviously fluids. You could do like a lower dose of vitamin C, a lower dose of magnesium. It's really just things that are really mainly they need hydration. Especially I'm thinking that people who are going to be calling are going to be the ones that are dealing with a lot of pregnancy, nausea, and vomiting. So B6 really helps. I don't know if you have been a mom who's pregnant who dealt with this, your provider might have given you when you were pregnant Unisolmin B6. So B6 is a vitamin that is very helpful with nausea, especially when it's paired with other things that their provider, OB may be prescribing them, but you could do fluids. That just goes back to the B vitamins. And really, this is something that I would actually probably not make a full, like as much as everything else, because you don't need a lot in there to support them. So you could actually make this a cheaper amount, but also think about like obviously where you're still going to make a profit, but these people are probably going to be coming to you several times because I had terrible nausea and vomiting my second pregnancy, and it doesn't just magically go away after one time of having it. So, I mean, I would be calling someone pretty frequently, obviously, if not daily, but I mean, depending how depleted I was, B vitamins, fluids, potentially Zofran, magnesium, the B12, these are my thoughts of like what you could make for something like that. And so that is just me talking through and kind of telling you, like, if I was thinking through, I would start with a small menu, learn it, learn the vitamins, learn how they work at the cellular level, and then grow and expand from there. And then your base will just continue to learn as well. When you have too many options, and then especially when you have too many infusion options and you have people calling you about them and they're like, hey, I saw this, how does that work? And you're like, I don't like, you just like kind of give them a BS answer, they're going to see that. First of all, then they're going to be like, okay, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm not getting an infusion from them. And I don't know if I trust them because I just can't tell. Like, it just, that didn't, like, I just didn't, I don't know. I've had that happen with other things, and you don't want to be, you do not want your business to fall into that category. So start small and build from there. And then, I mean, really, honestly, like, I hate to say it, you don't need, like, there's not a ton of different infusions that like help a ton of things. We probably have like, I don't know, 15, 16. But when somebody books, like, normally I'm directing them to like 1 of 5 infusions because that is all that is needed. The other ones, the more you grow or more from for a marketing standpoint, once you know your stuff, but once I talk to someone and I get their backstory, which is so important for you to get, then I can kind of direct them and like, oh, actually this will be better for you and here's why. And that is gold. That is gold there. Okay. So instead, we already kind of talked about the different infusions. So when you're starting out, start simple. When you're too complex and can't explain it, that's going to create confusion. People aren't going to buy from you. And then that's not helping anybody. It's not helping you. It's not helping them. So build a business that converts, start slow, learn the vitamin education, how it works at the cellular level. So if you're like, what do you mean at the cellular level? Any of the vitamins, think about like, okay, you could even Google, what is vitamin C used for? And if it says immune system, blah, 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 that's when I would want to go to YouTube or go to like PubMed, and that's when I would start from there. Okay, how does vitamin C work for the immune system within my body at the cellular level? A resource that I think is so good, Dr. Paul Anderson. I have learned so much from him. He has so much education on all of these, especially the main things like vitamin C, glutathione, NAD. What's the difference of NAD and glutathione and NAC? He breaks it down so easy to understand, and that he has been like a big part of me learning. I will link his YouTube below. I would highly suggest when you're in the car, when you're doing whatever and you have your headphones in, turn him on. And I remember when I first started learning about all of this, I would listen and I'm like, wait, what did they just say? So if I got hung up on something, I would go back and listen, or like, what's that? I would Google whatever that was that I was confused on, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I know what that is. Continue. And you will get to where you're having to Google stuff less and less because you're learning how it works. And that is how you build your knowledge. That is how you build trust with patients. That is how you grow your business, when you can educate on how stuff works, especially those monthly infusions, and then you can build that monthly kind of following, reoccurring patients that you have. That is how you will grow a business. That is how you will have 10K months and higher. That is how you will just continue to grow. Like, from experience, let me help you. Like, I'm here to help you. So that is my rant on how to start your infusion business and why you should start your infusion business small and how to grow from there. I will see you guys next week, and please, please, please comment your questions below. I love answering them, especially in videos, because sometimes you guys have great questions that can just spiral a whole thing that I was like, oh, I did not know they had questions about that. Let me make, a 5-step series of that. So you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.